So, if you are a high achieving woman, a business owner, a team leader, a change maker, let me guess, you've probably done everything right. The degrees, check. The strategy, check. The performance, I know you got that down, check. Let's talk about why you don't have what you want. And you know what that is: the opportunity, the visibility, the rest, the respect, the check. Let me tell you why. It's not about doing more, it's about being different. Let's get into it. So, peep game. So, one of my clients, brilliant, respected leader, working for an organization for over a decade, she wanted the salary bump. She wanted that executive seat, that senior level position. She wanted to be respected. So, what did she do? She did the most. She would show up to every meeting, she would do all the extra projects, everything she was asked, she would say yes, yes, yes to do it, and still did not see herself be promoted. And she kept feeling like, I need to do more. Something is off. Why am I not getting what I think I deserve at this point? Well, first off, she thought she deserved it. She didn't know she deserved it. This is where being comes in and not just doing more. So I asked her a very important question that I want you to ask yourself. If you already knew that that higher level position was yours, if you already knew you had the salary bump, if you already knew that position was a position with your name on it, what would you do differently and how would you be different? That is a game changer, my friends. This is the difference between past you, the one that wasn't getting the promotions, the one that keeps doing all the work and not getting the results, and future her, that version of you that already has it. This is about identity shifting. This is about shifting who you are currently to who you desire to be and bringing all that energy, bringing all of that action into the now. That is what's going to make the difference. So, I want to talk to you about 3 identity shifts that you can do that will help you change who you are, how you're showing up, so you can get different results. And it'll keep you from being tirelessly in all the do's. I want you to get out of the doo doo and get into being. So, here are the 3 shifts that you can start using to shift everything for yourself. The first thing that I want you to shift to is stop waiting to be chosen. Now, this is huge. Like when I'm working with my clients, they're waiting for someone to pull their name out of the hat. They're waiting for someone to say, yes, we've seen Sarah, we've seen Keisha, we've seen Emily, we've seen them have amazing things happening. It's time to give them their moment. That's likely not going to happen. And many times people think that that's the way it's going to happen, but it all has to start with you already knowing that this is what you desire. This is already going to be yours. Instead of sitting back quietly, even in this disposition, my body, sitting back quietly, looking like the last kid that doesn't want to be chosen to be last on the kickball team, right? It's almost like you're sitting saying, I'm waiting to be chosen, but your body is indicating that you don't think you'll be chosen. You think you're going to be the last pick already. So really sit with yourself and be honest. Am I believing that this is something that is for me and available to me and something that I'm already ready to step into? Or am I secretly doubting if it's something that I can have, that it's not available to me? Am I secretly afraid that nobody will give it to me? So I'm sitting back waiting to be chosen. So if you know that that's where you are, like you're waiting to be chosen, I want you to think about, what would you say no to at work, personal life, whatever area of your life this really points out to? What would you say no to if you were already that person? This really helped my client because when she was just doing all the things, filling her calendar with all the tasks so that she can look like the star player to be promoted, I told her, like, listen, that's not leadership energy. That's not executive energy. That's a task rabbit energy. That's not energy of somebody that actually wants to be looked at as someone that is a strategist, an innovator, someone that is going to be in a higher level seat. You get to actually have more boundaries around your time so that you're only doing what's most important to your mission and your position and the mission of the business. That is given executive energy. That's given leadership energy. So I want you to think about, well, what would I say no to? If I was already in this position, what would I say no to? And start doing it now. Now, you might already be thinking like, Desiree, you crazy. I'm not going to get my job done if I don't go to all the things. I would really combat that, and I did it with my clients too, that I'm pretty sure you're a high achieving woman. You are getting things done over and beyond. You need to cut out the things that you're just doing because you think this is what you need to do to be seen, because if it was what you needed to do to be seen to get promoted, you would have been promoted. You're just being seen at this point. So start thinking about, what would you say no to if you knew your higher level position was already yours and you're actually in it now? What would you start saying no to? And this goes right into the second shift. Let your voice carry more weight than your calendar. You know what? Your words and your presence needs to be looked at as expensive, as a hot commodity. If you are saying a whole lot of things without a real point, just so that you can say you spoke in a meeting or people heard you, but it's not really carrying any weight of power, then you're wasting your words. If you're in all these meetings, involved in all these activities, but it's not really leading you to something that's going to make the most sense for your next career move, you're filling a seat that you don't need to be in. You could be somewhere else doing things that are actually moving the needle. And so I want you to think about, how can you not try to make yourself look busy and seem busy when you think about executive level presence, when you think about people that are in powerful positions, they're not booked and busy. They're doing what's most essential and what's most important, and they're having weightier conversations about things that are really going to move the needle in a big grand scheme of things when you're thinking about strategy. And so put yourself in those spaces. Think about how you can make yourself, your time, be expensive, be a hot commodity, not just always being available to everybody and everything. You have to be someone that they already see at the table, but you have to see yourself at the table. And the only way to see yourself at the table is start putting yourself at the table first. And the last shift is really to lead with value, not validation. This is about, okay, every time I'm in a meeting, I'm not just saying things so my voice is heard. What I say should bring weight. It should bring heavy weight. It should be something that, oh my goodness, if we didn't have you at the table, we would not have been able to even have this perspective in our company, in our department, in our business. And that means you get to say things that everybody might not like. And you're not here to be liked. You're not here to necessarily be contrarian either, but you are here to bring an energy, bring a perspective that other people might not bring, because maybe they're afraid to step on toes. Maybe they're looking to be liked, and that's not what you're here for. You're here to be in that next version of yourself, and that next version of yourself is not worried about proving if you're an amazing person. You're already an amazing person. You're not looking to prove that I should be someone that's liked. You're already someone that is deeply loved, deeply liked by others that are in your life. So that's not what you're here for. You are here to be respected for what you bring to the table and valued for what you bring to the table, but you have to do that first. So put some weight on what you bring to the table. And this bonus one is that if you don't already believe in your current work, nobody else is going to believe in it either, or your future work. Many times, my clients forget that they are heavyweights. You are a heavyweight in your area of expertise. You are already doing amazing things and have done amazing things. But if you don't start articulating that, if you don't start articulating your value because you think everybody knows because you're busy, no, everybody doesn't know what you've been doing because you've just been busy and you haven't been sharing your voice. You have to start talking like you are the business, that you are dope. Everybody doesn't know your stuff. It's just like news feeds and timelines. Some people think everybody sees your stuff. No, everybody doesn't see your stuff. So just like in real life, everybody doesn't know what you're doing. It's not like the world revolves around you. You have to make it clear what you have brought to the table, and that energy is what's going to help you also be seen, because you're not waiting for anybody to choose you. You're using your voice, using your mouth to make things move in your life before anybody does anything. So this is what I want you to do for your life work, your life goals. I want you to write down, what would future her do right now? What would you do right now this week so that you can step into that higher version of yourself now? Would you send that email? Would you share your opinion about something that you know could change the direction of the things that you're doing in your business or at work? Would you fire a client because that's not the energy of the kind of clientele that you want anymore? Would you ask for the raise? Would you pitch yourself for a promotion? Would you create your own position? There are just so many things that would help you get to where you desire faster if you start acting like it's already yours. You're already living in the end and you're doing it now. You're not waiting. You're saying that I am ready for this now and that's why I'm doing X. And so, if that sounds like something that could be helpful to you, journal those things. Start doing something in that area this week. This is my challenge to you because if you're really ready, you'll start making those moves. And I guarantee, I would love to see in the comments below what happens when you start actually doing the things. And I already know it will be amazing because I've seen it happen for myself and for my clients. So, listen, if you are still that person that feels like, you know what, this is so me, I have the recognition, I have the credentials, but I'm just not seeing the rest, the respect, the recognition, the check, then I want you to click the link below because below you have an opportunity to work with me one on one. If you want to accelerate the growth, you need a partner to help you accelerate the growth because if you wanted it to happen already, it would have been done. Sometimes the best thing you could do is get the help that you need to get it done. And I want to help you get it done because it doesn't have to take long. You just need to get that massive action, shift who you are, and start seeing the results ASAP. If that's you, go ahead and click below because I have one on one spots that are open with coaching with me directly to help you get into future her sooner rather than later. So you get the rest, the recognition, and the check. So I can't wait to see you in the next video and look forward to talking to you soon.